car park in Korat. In fact, I'm right outside Korat Provincial Hall, like the town hall for Korat. And there's the clock tower, but right next to the clock tower is the sun. And the first thing I have to say is it is absolutely baking. It's 42 degrees. I do not want to be out in the sunshine whatsoever, but I need to be because this is Cars and Coffee Korat, organised by the TAT. And first of all, big thanks to the TAT for the support they give, and a big thanks to the TAT for throwing this event together, because this is absolutely epic. And when the TAT do something, when you've got a government level involved, you get something special. You get something a bit more than everything else. And I just got interrupted again because, man, that is special. And I'm going to come back to that in a minute. And you'll get all the people coming up for that. And as I say that, the man with the hat comes on is right there. Anyway, this is Cars and Coffee by the TAT. Cars and Coffee by the TAT is probably not the right word because it's an evening thing. You're not really drinking coffee at this time of day. It's just coming up to 5 o'clock. So I won't be drinking coffee because otherwise I won't be sleeping. But there's going to be a load of cars going to overdose on cars. So I'm going to show you around because a lot of people have come up for this event. There's around 200 cars that have come up from Bangkok. And all week, everyone has been saying to me, we're coming up for this event. Right here we have 2 local cars, an 86 and a CRZ belonging to Tommy, one of the top local modifiers. So what we're going to get today is we're going to get the cars that come up from Bangkok, and then we've got a lot of cars from the local scene, which is really cool. That's what you want. You've got a great scene here, and really getting that blend, getting that fusion of the Bangkok scene, which we do know has been covered so well, with the local scene. That is really, really epic. So got all the ingredients together here for a cracking event, and this will be one of the best events of the year for certain. And this is going to be the biggest car event in Korat this year. Korat is going to rock everywhere up. And here's a man from Be Quick, Sadikab, good to see you. I was not expecting someone from Be Quick. Man, I just got to stop and have a look at that because that is history, that is stock. And there aren't going to be many stock cars here tonight. So I'm going to take you around and have a look and show you what's going on here. So here's a car I'm going to do a video on very, very soon when I get time. Kung Pung over there. His bronze EG, the most crazy EG in the world, he just completely made Mark II even more crazy. And I need to work into this sometime because I love a lot of the details. Anyway, here we have another of Kev Mans's Civics. This is actually the first one they did, and it keeps changing, and they've actually changed this boot and back end since I saw it last. And I love the way these exhaust exits come out at crazy angles. And then we have Kumpol GU Garage Unique, his S2000. Man, that's another car that's absolutely nuts, but a car that's pretty famous, been around for years, so we won't stop with that. Then we have Great Jarut Civic there, we won't stop with that. Car Cult EG, and this one is really nice as well. This is another car I've not really seen much of, but you can see the forged carbon bonnet, the one-piece forged carbon bumper on the front, and this Perspex on here looks amazing. I really like black and yellow. Forged carbon seats, a lot of Kev Mans going on here, and again, a carbon roof spoiler. That is really, really nice. You always get a crazy man at a car meet. I would not expect you to be here. I like this Del Sol with an improvised bike rack on it. It looks like the mag mounts. We've got one on the back, and we've got 3 here, and it's taken the wheel off and bolted it in. That is pretty cool. And Del Sols are pretty rare. And also, I love these Turbina S wheels. And this is something I have never seen in my life. Vios GTR. Man, that is crazy. And from the Vios GTR, we have a Festiva in white, jacked up, US plates, star-shaped lights on it, white wheels. Man, that is really nice. And I actually have a Festiva sitting at home waiting for a build project. I want to put a wide body in one of these. I bought the car. They're absolutely rock cheap here. I think I paid 30 or 40,000 for it. the project's going to be the expensive bit, but they're really rare to see. And I really like to see that. And it's got a tailgate spoiler on it as well. And man, just the back of this Vios GTR. We haven't got many GTR influences here. We have a massive rear wing on it. This classic Isuzu pickup, super rare. And super rare to see one restored and modified. I have never seen one, in fact, I don't think restored in Thailand. And really the icing on the cake is these big tyres. He's saying off-road. This is really nice as well. B310 looks really stock, really original. Apart from the wheels, he's got 13-inch Japanese wheels on this. You look at the way it's riding, the fitment here, that works, that's real street style.
Today we are in the car and coffee gathering for the one who collect the vintage car. Because CIT would like the quality tourists, and the one who collect the vintage car is the quality tourists. They have a spending power and they have time to go around Thailand, and their community quite very big, and we try to push them to go around Thailand and spending and to enjoy their team with a Thai tourism attraction. And I would like to welcome our friends from the neighboring country from Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia to come and join us.
So this man has come all the way from Malaysia for a suntan.
Amazing, amazing.
How come you come all the way here to Korat? You come here for this meet? The man from Malaysia, I need to get him to say something before he has too many beers.
Welcome to Korat. Yes, this amazing Thailand and 42 degrees here now. Very hot now.
This is something very, very rare. FTO, I mean, they are super rare as it is, but this has got a Rocket Bunny style kit on it. And it actually looks really amazing. Carbon bonnet to top it off. I absolutely don't know what to say about that. I have never seen a crown like that. And there's some real homemade engineering solutions going on here. That is just something else. That is definitely one of the stars of the night. This is something really, really rare. This back end, very unusual to see in Thailand. Libero. This is a Mitsubishi. Basically, it's an Evo wagon. And as you start to get down the side, it starts to look more familiar. And when you get to the front end, that looks pretty much like what it is. No need to be looking down onto the tyre to find out the size. He's put it down here, the wheel size and the tyre size. That saves me squinting in this sunlight onto the rubber if I want to know what this Jazz is running. There's quite a lot of local cars in the mix, and this Isuzu pickup is on local plates. Man, that is low down. So these guys up here in Korat, they're into the same thing as everyone else. And in fact, that march down on air is local, and this FD here is local. So we're getting quite a mix of local cars here. Something else very, very rare here is a Mazda 6 twin exhaust, boot spoiler here, box on the roof, but these are very rare. They didn't sell them in Thailand. This is a private import. You very rarely see these. And it's got a few extra details on it, adding to it. So this guy knows his stuff, but I don't recollect seeing one of those before in Thailand. God. This is pretty unusual. This is a Sunny with the whole rally style, the Nissan style rally front end with the round lights. And this is something pretty rare as well. FD with the US front end on it, and it's on local plates. So they do that sort of thing up here as well. I mean, as I'm walking around this car park, I see that the local scene in Korat is pretty up to speed. Here we've got a few race cars. We've got an EG that runs in super turbo. Got an EK next to it that also runs in super turbo. And we've got a Jazz that looks like it's fresh from the RAAT endurance race last weekend. And in fact, here's an EG that's also fresh from the RAAT, and it's got its super turbo stickers underneath. I really love the van scene in Thailand because Thais just go mental over vans. And here we have an example of a local van. It's on Korat plates. Man, that is absolutely epic. It is right down on the ground. It's got Brembo stuffed in there somehow, forged wheels. And then we kind of see in the back, he's done the whole back out, and it's got like a floor that is definitely going to give a light show coming up Man, I absolutely love that. I really love what they do with the vans in Thailand. They just go completely crazy on something that is just for getting passengers from A to B.
น้องชอบโดนัทไหมแบบไหนก็ได้แบบไหนก็ได้
And here's a man I met yesterday at Save One Market, and this guy is smart because he's got an umbrella. As you know, I've got a weakness for A31s, and this is rough and ready old school, and I like that a lot. I'm not sure what these are for. Looks like he put a snowplow on the front, but maybe not in 40 degrees sunshine. Carbon bonnet, but if we look down here, this is a drift race machine. In 42-degree heat, we have a bit of a Christmas theme going on here. This Focus RS is super rare in Thailand, and it's got a few modifications outside, but underneath here, we've got twin turbo setup, and the owner says the torque is coming out, the max torque at 1,100 RPM, so this is just going to be a rocket away from standstill. We'll have a look around. It's running on Advan wheels, like these big Brembos. Big carbon spoiler on the back. This thing is nice, and this thing is going to be fast. This is significant because this is the only vehicle they don't modify in Thailand. The toilet truck. Another rare car in Thailand is a GTT, and that is in absolutely immaculate condition. So now it is time for the cars to go cruising. Well, they've been cruising for a while, but I've avoided it coming down here to see what's going on because of all the noise. This Beetle has got absolutely everything going on with it. It looks like it's been hammered straight and then like a varnish on it. And these arches, man, I don't know what is going on with this and these wheels. It's really cool. And before we move away from this, got a stance on the back there. These wheels are pretty nice. This guy is cruising it around right down like that. But it's like kind of JDM California Moon Eye style. I showed you this van before and I said it was pretty crazy, but that was only half the story. This dances as well as everything else. That is absolutely mental. That is the Korat scene nailed. And these guys have got ballast in the back of the van. I saw this 190 at Tofu Yard at the motor show. I said this kit is really epic. It looked one-off, kind of Evo inspired, but going its own way. And some really nice shut lines the way it's been done here. And then I said that on one of my videos, and Mozzie calls me up and says, he did this with Keng. So the two of them, Mozzie and Keng, no wonder you're going to get something that is high quality, distinctive, and kind of plays on tradition. And here we have a Proton on Malaysian plates. Guys come up from KL. I did a road trip around Thailand in a Proton. We can see the map he is doing, his road trip. He started on the 6th of April. He's finishing on the 5th of May. And he is doing the full Thailand thing. And in fact, he's done another road trip last year. And here is definitely my favorite Vios in the world because it's just so utterly, completely mental and bonkers. I absolutely love this. I see this all the time. Man, what can you say? It's just so over the top. I mean, look at all these lights going on here. Everything is flickering. I hope he's got a decent battery in this. And this is actually a local car, although it travels to Bangkok and pretty much everywhere. This is really rare, this Hyundai. I haven't seen one of these in years. I only just remember it's a Hyundai. I have no idea what model it is. And then this in Marlborough. You can always rely on Marlborough. And here is Kumpal, the man from Garage Unique, with the most unique S2000 in Thailand. The noisiest car in Thailand, and the man from Crick Garage. Good to see you, man. A lot of fitment going on there. That is pretty nice. And here we have the local pickup I showed you before, running quite a few degrees angle from left to right. That is absolutely amazing, and look at this going on down there, man. I can never get over seeing the swastikas in Thailand like a normal thing. Now everyone is cruising around to get their cars judged, and you have a mega modified car traffic jam in Korat. This EG stands out. Look at the paintwork cracking away. This guy is not going to compromise on his ride height tonight. Whatever the effects of the bodywork, a lot of pride here tonight. And look at this carbon fibre, like ducktail style spoiler. It actually looks more like an air brake than to promote downforce. That is almost vertical. And then we have Kuntu's BMW. Say no more. That is swapped.
This now, so I'm very hot, right? So 44 degrees, but because I even really fire, so I love it. Then.
This is super rare. Little Mazda van from a long time ago. You don't see these very often. It's got a big full-length rack on it, but this looks as original and as stripped out as possible. But you should never judge a book by its cover, because just look in there. Something I have never seen here before is this generation of patrol, and it's Nismo badged. VVELDIG, kind of half the alphabet going on there, but this car has come down from Laos. It's got a big body kit on it, and it is absolutely huge. I have absolutely no idea what the heck that is. A giant shopping trolley with a JZ. And look at this tread on these tyres and these profiles. Man, alloy race style fuel tank. That is absolutely nuts. And I saw this driving down the road. And he's got a fire extinguisher as well, which is probably a pretty good idea. That is just absolutely, unbelievably nuts. The radiator fan on the back there, the cowling is all painted out. We can see the springs here. That, I don't know, sometimes man, I was saying it in lots of words, but look at this exhaust system. And that must be about an 8-inch exit. Got twin pipes coming down here. Man's unbelievable what is going on this shopping trolley. And here is Gavin's Sierra Sapphire build. It must be the only one on the road in Thailand. It's finally finished, although it looks like the grille here has got tie wraps holding it on. And it looks like some kind of alloy modified vent here. And a little bit of tape here, adding a bit of colour to it, a bit of flavour. Anyway, this is super rare. The scuttle panel is still not there. This thing is still a work in progress, although last time I saw it, a classic revival. It was like half built, so it's come a long way since then. Hey, look at all the people down here by the stage to see what's happening. It's going to be a crazy night tonight.
ครับมาครับคุณเจง
The man who used to have the craziest EG in Thailand now has got even more crazy.
เป็นการโชว์รถที่ดีมากครับขอบคุณครับกิจกรรมแบบโคตรหมด
โอเค120 เซนติเมตรสำหรับ GTO
Yes man Yes man This is a super car GTO โอ้ย
โดนขาไป
สุดยอดสุดยอดเลยครับ GTO โอ้ยไปเลยโอ้ย
ไปเลยครับไปเลยครับไปเลยครับ
พี่ว่ากระบะเห็นแล้วอยากวิ่งสนามพี
โอ
ระ
เคสวยมากครับคันนี้ล้อ Nakorn Evo ซะด้วย
โอ้โหโอ้โห
ครับโอเคผ่านไหมเมื่อกี้ไม่ผ่านเนาะไปครับไปครับที่120แล้วนะ
And it's not just all modified EKs and EGs and things like that. Here we have a Honda-san, we have a Cayman, and a 911.
รถของคุณสวยได้ด้วยการพ่น
เรียบร้อยครับ
ขอบคุณครับโอเคธรรมชาติคัดสรรครับผม
เราใกล้จบนะครับไม่ต่อ
โอ้ยทุกคนเนี่ยอยากจะมาหน้าเวทีนะ
The Del Sol with the bike on the roof, it looks like there's a little bit of technique to putting it on and making sure it doesn't fall off. We're going to get a demonstration here how to put a bicycle on a Del Sol and travel from Bangkok to Korat without ending off, taking into orbit.
ขอบคุณท่านรองครับดีเจของเราแล้วก็ดีเซเว่นของเราข้างหลังผมรบกวนคนโดดเลยนะข้างหลังข้างหลังโอเคย้อนหลังครับผมโอเคเหมือนเดิมจากไทยรูปมี